Most people aren't failing at life because they're lazy or broken. They're failing because no one ever taught them how the mind actually works. We're taught what to think, rarely how to think, and almost never how to live what we understand. We read books. We watch videos. We gain insight. But somehow, our lives don't change. That gap between knowing and being is exactly where MentualActualia begins. What is MentualActualia? MentualActualia is about turning mental insight into lived reality. It's the integration of science, how the brain actually works, psychology, how identity, emotion, and behavior form spiritual insight, meaning, awareness, and presence, not as separate ideas, but as one system. Because self-actualization isn't a mindset. It's not motivation. It's not positivity. It's a process of embodiment. MentualActualia asks a simple but uncomfortable question. Why do we understand so much and live so little of it? Here's the core problem. Here's the truth most self-help gurus never tells you. They fail to tell you that your mind is not designed for happiness. It's designed for survival instead, which means it clings to familiar patterns. It resists change, even good change. It confuses comfort with safety. So when you try to grow, your mind often fights back. Not because you're weak, but because insight alone doesn't rewire identity. MentualActualia is about working with the mind, not against it. Self-actualization needs to be defined and reframed. Self-actualization isn't becoming someone new. It's removing what's blocking who you already are. Old conditioning, unquestioned beliefs, inherited fears, mental noise mistaken for truth. MentualActualia treats growth as a system, not a breakthrough, a practice, not a personality, a process, not a destination. And this is where most people get stuck. They want transformation without understanding the mechanics of the mind. That the reason the book Living the Virtuous Life was written. It was to introduce you to 20 MentualActualia practices that will transform your life. That book isn't about motivation. It's not about fixing yourself. It's about learning how to live consciously inside the mind you already have. Living the Virtuous Life is putting MentualActualia into action. It focuses on awareness over force, meaning over noise, presence over performance. It's about realizing that life isn't something you someday earn. It's something you're either present for or not. Think of it this way. MentualActualia is the framework. Living the Virtuous Life is the lived application. MentualActualia explains why the mind resists change, why insight fades without structure, why awareness must be trained, not assumed. Living the Virtuous Life shows you how to slow down without falling behind, how to live deliberately in a distracted world, how to recognize the quiet value of your everyday moments. Together, they point to one truth. Your life doesn't become meaningful all at once. It becomes meaningful moment by moment when you're actually there. Here's what you need to do. If any part of this resonates with you, if you felt that gap between understanding and living, then Living the Virtuous Life is an invitation, not a promise. An invitation to pay attention again. Treat your mind with intelligence, not judgment. Live with intention instead of urgency. You don't need to become someone else. You need to stop abandoning the life you're already in. MentualActualia isn't about escaping reality. It's about finally inhabiting it. If you're ready to move from insight to embodiment, From thinking about life to actually living it, start with living the virtus life. Because this life, this ordinary, fragile, fleeting life, is more precious than we ever realize until we learn how to be present for it.